Welcome, everyone, to the 95th edition of Master Mike's Wrestling Paradise. This is your host, Master Mike Ambrose. Excuse me. And I'm going to start the show with the Raw and NXT reviews. Got some highlights. The main highlight of the week, probably so far, Gunther become the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion. He broke the 35-year-old record in health for 35 years by the Honky Tonk Man. Honky Tonk had it for 454 days. Then that record stood for 35 years, but now it's broken by Gunther. Put in perspective, Honky Tonk Man won the Intercontinental title at the beginning of June 1987 to defeat Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. After Ricky Dragon had that classic match against Macho Man Randy Savage at WrestleMania 3. And in late August at SummerSlam 98, the very first SummerSlam, he lost the title the Ultimate Warrior in like 30 seconds. So, record stood a long time. And this Gunther reign started back in June of 2022, and he defeated Ricochet for the Intercontinental title. The title's been around a long time, but, a lot of greats have had it. Just unbelievable I could go. And so they have a little list of, best Intercontinental champions, I've ever seen. So I've seen quite a few Intercontinental champions. I've seen a lot of, actually, Intercontinental champions in the last 4 years. Also, we had, speaking of champions, Finn Balor and Damian Priest on Judgment Day became the new Unified World Undisputed World Tag Team Champions. It means all the members of Judgment Day have a title. Them, Rhea Ripley, the World Women's Champion, Dominic Mysterio, the NXT North American Champion, and Damian Priest's, Senior Money in the Bank. And it looks like they got a new member in JD McDonough. No good to happen there. And the main highlight of the show, Raw, was, actually, Finn Balor and Damian Priest won that at Payback, which I'll get to in a minute. Jey Uso showed up. Actually, there's not to do with Payback, where Cody Rhodes was a guest on the Grayson Waller Effect, and Cody said there's a big transaction, introduced the newest member of the Raw roster, main event, Jey Uso, and Jey gets a big pop, comes out, nods to Cody, and then super kicks Grayson Waller. Obviously, Jey turned babyface because, Jimmy attacked him, but then Jey super kicked Jimmy, and Jey was saying, I'm out, but then he's back, so he's back in, in storyline. He's on Raw, and to kick off Raw, he showed up, crowd's going crazy, Sami Zayn shows up, they talk, they finally embrace, and so it's Sami and Jey are cool, they're Usi together, they're back to the way they were. That was a great storyline, by the way, Sami Zayn involved in the Bloodline. That was one of the best I've seen. Bloodline story's still going on, but that was, Sami Zayn was great in that role. And, Jey, obviously, you see guys like Drew McIntyre and Matt Riddle looking standoffish around him. A lot of guys that kind of standoffish as it comes to Jey Uso. Then you had Dominic Mysterio in the back trying to talk to him, but that didn't work out. Back to Payback. Payback was a great show. We had, start off with Becky Lynch and Trish Stratus, and one of the best steel cage matches I've seen. Probably the best women's cage match I've ever seen. And, Becky wins. What a great match. Trish Stratus, probably your best match of her career. Considering that she hasn't been full-time in years, 16 years, 17, and she had quite a performance, probably the best match of her career, I believe. And and after match, Zoe Stark turned on, attacked Trish Stratus after match, and I don't know, it looked like, Zoe Stark turned babyface, but could be heel, I don't know. We also had, go on to NXT now. Oh, no, speaking of which, so, Payback had Becky Lynch beat, Trish Stratus. We also had LA Knight beat Miz. LA Knight stays over as ever. We had Rey Mysterio retain the U.S. title against Austin Theory. Like I said, Judgment Day win the tag team titles. Rhea retains the title against her women's title against Raquel Rodriguez. And the main event, Seth Rollins beat Shinsuke Nakamura. But afterwards, if you watch on Raw, they show clips of Shinsuke Nakamura attacking Seth Rollins after the match. And looks like they continue with that feud. One big thing that came out of NXT as I go into NXT review, the beginning to show you Tiffany Stratton beat Kiana James in a World NXT Women's title match, heel versus heel, although Tiffany's got more cheers, it seems. And we also had, but after the match, Becky came out to confront Tiffany. I just noticed, it's a funny, after the match, Becky came out and challenged Tiffany to a match next week, NXT Women's title, because the one title Becky Lynch had. Because Tiffany brought that up to her in a previous promo. So also have that, and it should be an interesting match. I don't know. could either. I think the chance Becky could win, but if not, it's going to be a small. Because I don't think they're going to pin Becky either one. I don't think Becky's going to get pinned, and I know Tiffany. They won't pin Becky, and they probably won't pin Tiffany because they're protecting Tiffany big time. I think she's the future star. Also, we got. What else happened on the show? Braun Breaker attacking Von Wagner did the show with steel steps, and they blacked out thinking that Braun did some bad damage to him. So, that. Well, good stuff on NXT. I recommend everybody to watch it. A great match with Butch and Axiom in the new Heritage Cup tournament. Both had a draw. It's like G1 style where, you have point system and stuff. Good match. Butch won. No, Butch didn't win. Butch did a draw with Axiom. It was a great match. Great match, though. What else we got? We got the news that we always know about it. We knew there was a chance it's going to happen sooner or later, but we just didn't know it was going to happen. AEW Fires CM Punk, sorry. And he's out of his job. He's out of a job. We know he's going to go next. I had a feeling after a while that this was going to kind of hit a spot where this was going to happen, because you can't keep the same guy that causes trouble after what happened. After what he did last year, you can't keep him around. I kind of had a feeling it was going to hit bad. I mean, he goes injured. He went at that media scrum at All Out last year. And after that, you knew it was going to be trouble. You knew it was going to be trouble after last year's media scrum. We just badmouthed the company, saying that the Elite couldn't be EVPs, that they couldn't manage targets, and all that shit. I'm sorry. All that stuff. And right in front of Tony Khan, and Tony Khan's the boss. So that was kind of a rough go-ahead. And, they kept on he was off TV because he was injured. Then they ended up, he was injured. Then they, created that new show, Collision. That was created just for Punk himself. He got to book who was on it, and he had, carte blanche, full of randoms, like his own playground. CM Punk had his own personal playground. So they were catering to that, Tony Khan and AEW. They were catering to the guy, and, the Elite didn't get along with him, and he was obviously an all in last in London. Almost 2 weeks ago now, him and Jack Perry had a backstage incident. During the pre-show, right before the thing began, when Punk was going to fight Joe. So right away he starts a fight with Jungle Boy Jack Perry, and it's something. It's a story I'll get into later. Here, but you probably heard about it. So it's over a previous incident that Punk and Perry had a backstage altercation over use of glass mug or glass jar or something. So anyway, there's that. Punk's gone. Who knows what's going to happen now next? What he's going to do. If he goes to WWE or whatever, I don't know. I wouldn't want to see him back. I think he comes back, it's going to delay a lot of things. Not delay, but just going to cause a lot of friction backstage, and WWE doesn't need that right now. You got talent like Finn Balor, Chad Gable, Gunther, Jey Uso, LA Knight, and David Priest. I think are doing a great job. You don't need this guy coming in from an outside who's a complainer and a whiner getting the main event spot at WrestleMania. That wouldn't be send a good message to the locker room, in my opinion. So that's that. Oh, we got football tonight. NFL kickoff, Chiefs and Lions. Kind of a weird match because you got the Chiefs, who are the defending Super Bowl champions. Patrick Mahomes, the best player in the league, best quarterback, going against Detroit Lions, who are like a darling team, but not really a successful team as of late. Never been to a Super Bowl to begin with. Never won a Super Bowl. Like I said, never won it. Never been to one. Never been to a Super Bowl. And they haven't won a playoff game in 32 years. They've been to the playoffs since, but they haven't even won a playoff game. So I don't know. I don't know if they're it's gonna be a section. Although because it's the Kansas, they're playing the Chiefs. A lot of people are gonna watch tonight. So I was predicting the Chiefs to win. Don't know the score, but not really predict the score. But I think the Chiefs are gonna win this one. Okay, that's it. That's it for tonight. I'll be talking with you in a few days. Obviously, it's starting to cool off pretty soon. It'll be in the fall. Today was a hot day, late 80s, felt like 90s with humidity. Eventually, it'll be good fall, and the weather will be cooled off. Starting to get less traffic outside. People going back to school and stuff. I got nephews that went back to school, and it's fall's coming. Summer's over. All right. Have a good night. I'll be talking to you soon. Have a good night. Take care. Bye-bye.